Welcome back, everybody. This is Aaron from Delta Investors, but I'm probably better known as my father's bicycle. This is my normal voice. Alright, so today, very special episode. It is my 1 subscriber special. To all my fan out there, thank you very much. I would not have been able to make it this far without you guy. This video might come out a little late. I think I've hit like 3 now, but you know, once I hit 1, they just started rolling and I couldn't keep up to make this video. But today, here it is. So this 1 subscriber special, I'm going to do something for you guys that I've never done for anybody. This is not just something that you get for free normally, but because of all of your loyal dedication, this is for you today. So I decided I was going to share some information, some tips for my investment portfolio, because as everyone knows, Magic the Gathering is a game, but first and foremost, it's an investment. So I don't want to give too much away of the cards I got in this deck here. Probably already showed too much, but I'm going to go through some of these cards and why I have them, why I'm investing in them, and why I think you should too. So first up, we've got Common from Ravnica Allegiance, new set that came out recently, Persistent Petitioners. Believe it or not, I can say those words. I do sometimes know how to pronounce things, as much as it might surprise you. But anyway, for 1 in the blue, we've got a 1/3 here. You tap it, and you can mill somebody for 1, or if you got extra advisors, which these are, you can mill someone for 12. It's a common, so there's plenty of them around. Everyone knows that mill is the dominant strategy in formats like Commander and Modern, so this card is not going to stay this low price for long. I think you can pick them up for like $1 right now. I recommend sitting on as many of these as you possibly can. I've got a little fat stack that I showed you earlier, just a fraction of my collection, but my position on these is quite high, and I really think that the best thing to do with this is just stay the course. Get as many as you can, especially if it's a product that I'm endorsing and manipulating the market for. If you buy it from me, then that's even better. You buy it from me and just hold on to it. Just keep it, because the prices will go up. I'll show you guys a graph later. They will. So anyway, Persistent Petitioners. Fantastic. Next up, we got Arcum's Astrolabe. So this card is an absolute powerhouse. So it's a Snow artifact, which powerful type. There's this little like thing in here, because it's not really a mana symbol, it's just cost 0. It's basically a 0 there. You can just play it for free and it draws you a card. Free cantrip that fixes you later. And best part, nobody is playing this in Pauper or Modern, and they're really sleeping on it. Like, this card is, honestly, it's probably too good for either of those formats, but no one's playing it, so they're pretty cheap right now, like 30 cents maybe, only because of price memory. Price memory, marketing, investing, cards, value cards, sealed product position. Buy these. Next up, we got Hydra's Growth, too broken for standard, not for side. Next up, we got Fibblethip the Lost. Just look at this guy. He's very lost. So 1 in a blue, it cantrips, and it actually combos really well with a few other cards. So we got Fabricate, 2 for a blue. It'll fetch you an artifact out from your deck. You use that to play Mycosynth Lattice. Then every card is an artifact. Then you use Whir of Invention for 3 and then 2 to play this from your library, and it will draw you 2 cards because it will have been an artifact. And Whir of Invention finds an artifact with converted mana cost of X, and you put it onto the battlefield. So for just those 3 cards, you can get 2 back. And you'll have upped your storm count and everything. And for the best, you can even shuffle them back in. And if you're playing something like Midnight Clock, you can shuffle your graveyard back into your library and do it all over again. It is honestly one of the best cards I've ever seen printed. I recommend picking up foils of these while you still can. Next up, we got Halomar Depths. This card is a land. It says it enters taped. I'm not sure why you would tape your cards. I don't see what that deal is, but it's basically Brainstorm, but without the best part of Brainstorm where you draw cards. Brainstorm on a land. Free Brainstorm. broken for Commander. Next up, we got Tell a Fairy Tale. Now, this card I have in foil because the foils are pretty nice. So for 2 and a white, or is that a yellow? I'm not sure. You search your deck for a Fairy Tale Resonator, review it, but if your commander is Grim, you can put it right onto the battlefield. It is sorcery speed, or sorry, spell chant speed, so that's the downside, but, you know, they just don't make cards like this anymore. This foil, you see how straight this card is? It looks nice, everything's straight. Beautiful Magic card. They just don't make foils like this anymore, ladies and gentlemen. They also just don't make cards this powerful anymore, except for when they need to sell packs, and it's a Simic Mythic. But this is a white card, and it's that powerful. So, definitely recommend picking up a few copies of these. Absolutely modern playable. Next up, getting on the real heavy hitters here. So first up, Wizards started doing this thing called Secret Layers, where you can buy... Sorry, my camera's out of focus. I'm a professional. You can buy individual cards. They're taking advantage of the secondary market themselves, which is wild. Unprecedented. They're getting real close to gambling. But see, the deal with these, you might think that if you're buying cards right from Wizards, you can just buy them, put them in decks, and play them. Like, you know, these are all legendary creatures. You'd think you could just start in Commander decks, but no, the trick with these is once you buy them, you have to let them marinate for a while. They have to ripen, like some nice fruit or a fine wine. The reason for that is because normally cards are flat, right? Like, look at this. Look at this nice flat foil. But these bad boys, I've been letting them ripen for a while. Since I bought them, they've been sitting in sleeves, just like this. So let's see. Ooh, look at that. Look how straight that is. It only took like 6 months or whatever. Oh, and now it's starting to curl up now that I have it out, and it's exposed to air again. Oops, don't worry about that. So these cards got some nice art. They are always excellent value to get a secret layer. You should buy all of them. But just make sure you add a few months on to the time before you expect to play with them, because you're going to have to like put them under some books or something if you want them to not count as marked cards. But it's really just part of the experience. Just like a fine wine, aging it adds to the allure, you know, besides making it better. So you really want a bunch of secret layers. Buy every single one. Actually, they did one where they reprinted the fetch lands recently, but only some of them. But they had nice art. Plus, they're not foils, so they don't even have to marinate. There's a little bit of a price premium for that, like $350, $400 more than these things, but it's 100% worth it. You should buy them, but especially the foil ones. So you can just sit them and look at them as they slowly flatten out into normal cardboard. But now, I've saved the best for last, ladies and gentlemen. But before that, I would just like to give a little reminder. Make sure you like, subscribe, ding that bell. Leave a comment down below with what your favorite investment vehicle is these days in Magic, and why it's sealed boxes of Dragon's Maze and 100 foil copies of Ginger Root from Throne of Eldraine. So once you've done that, I will be having a giveaway for my 1 subscriber special, actually, where if you leave said comment down below about your favorite investment vehicles, you will be entered to win this very copy of Fibblethip the Lost, and I'll do my own professional altar of it, as I'm well known for doing, and sign it. So got a week to do that. Now, the last 2 cards are by far my most prized possessions on the planet of Earth. These cards, most busted I've ever seen. So first, we have, this one's a little rare, from a little underprinted set, Zodiac Rooster. Need I say more? For 1 and a green, green is always the best color. It's a 2/1, and it's a Planeswalker. A 2-mana Planeswalker. How many of those do we know of? I mean, we got Ren and 6, absolutely busted card, had to be banned and restricted in a whole bunch of formats. 2-mana Planeswalker, everyone's sleeping on it because it's in a low, like a low print run, and I think that's a mistake. Definitely get as many of these as you can. The price is going to be shooting up like crazy. Plus, it's a chicken. No, I'm not going to refocus because I don't know how to use a camera. I'm a professional. Now the last one, the classic, the almighty Chub Toad from Ice Age. A couple other printings. Ice Age 1 is the best. Why? Because I decided arbitrarily right now. Also, make sure you get some of these sleeves for it. It really adds to the flavor. Much improved, I think. But 3 mana 1/1 that becomes a 3/3 when it's attacking or blocked, and it has this sick little nursery rhyme at the bottom. Chub Toad at the door. Run away quick or you'll run no more. And that just makes it among the best flavor. Like, look at him. Look at those pained eyes as he consumes the life of a child. It's like a porcupine frog. But thank you, Mr. Daniel Gillon, Danny Mellon, for this masterpiece. Thank you, Morrow, for making such great cards. It really makes me a little emotional, but Summon Toad. Put this in your Frog tribal decks despite the fact that it's a Toad. But ultimately, here we've got my top 10. How many cards are there here? Not 10, there's 8, but top 10 list of best investment vehicles. Okay, here's the other 2. Join my Patreon. Oh wait, no, I have 9. Okay, well, I'll still give you 2 more. I'll give you a bonus one. Join my Patreon, give me money, and get the return on your investment in this beautiful content. And the other one, buy sealed product because the value always goes up if you buy it from my Patreon, which is now closed to new subscribers for a publicity stunt. I'll probably open it sometime when I feel I've gotten enough attention from it, so be ready for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment again below for a chance for this bad boy, and we'll see you next time.